Okay, people, and we're back. We're just about to wrap this up with the final credits and a little bit of dialogue stuff. Marked out a final level up, and now what? I don't want to save it there. Don't save it here. Epilogue. After Medusa's demise, Dolor would relax its shadowy grip on the land and fade into obscurity. The Empire was finished. The fires of war that had raged across Arcania would die, and light would come to take darkness's place. But before any of that came to pass, there were a few final moments of Marth's tale that needed telling.
Marth, you did it! It's finally over!
I've waited a long time for this day, and now I'm not entirely certain what to do with it.
Come to my bed, Marth. I will show you what to do with it. Then again, I'd rather get with Frey and his nice penis. Marth, we haven't talked much since leaving Talus, but I thought, do you know where you will be going?
To Altea, duh! I gotta go back to my homeland. War has left my kingdom in shambles. I cannot waste another day. I must return to help rebuild.
So, I suppose that means you have bid Talus farewell for good?
Don't be silly, Kaida. I need to at least go thank your father and tell him the fighting is done. Yeah, let's go tell him. That's all that we care about is father. We don't care about anyone else.
My father? Marth, I'm not asking about my... Oh, fuck yeah. He doesn't... He's probably gay. Never mind. Please excuse me. I'm gonna go find Frey and his penis. Marth! Did something happen? I just passed Kaida, and she looked heartbroken.
Wow, what a dumbass, Marth. No, well, we were just talking, and she asked me. Wow, I'm an idiot.
Ha ha! Oh, Marth! How can a man who faced the Shadow Dragon be so desperate to avoid facing his own feelings?
There's actually no love story in this game between Martha and Kaida. Apparently, I guess they threw this in here in the end. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm stupid.
You wish to send Kaida home to Talus, then, and return to Altea alone? That is what you want?
Oh, she looks very pissed off. Well, that's where we both belong, right? I'm in my kingdom, she's in her kingdom. Makes logical sense. I don't see what my wants have to do with anything.
Clearly not. Marth, if you have anything to say to Kaida, say it now.
You know, I actually would have expected Nina and Marth to get together instead of Kaida and Marth.
Love cannot always make the leap from heart to heart by myself. Sometimes you must speak it loud and give it wings. Surely a great leader like you can muster the courage for that?
Yeah, I'm too stupid, man. Bye. Kaida. Kaida, might I have a moment? Don't insult me with your stupidity, Marth. I did not speak my heart before. When I said I would go to Altea, I meant, well, I had hoped you would be at my side. As you said, we have not spoken since Talus. With you, I felt I never had to say a word. If the battle started to take its toll, you were always there, close by. Yeah, duh, 'cause she kicked ass. I would see you there, so so brave. And I would, derive derive great strength. Derive? What else are you going to derive? Derive, why is it so difficult? Kaida, I'm going to derive to tell you.
Marth, shh. Tell me too. Derive!
So concludes the tale of Falconia, Blade of Light, Marth its wielder, in its battle with the Shadow Dragon. Herein its events have been chronicled that none may ever forget. I can't believe it's already 4:30. I started this back at like 11. Actually, I might have started at 10. Now we did a campaign summary. See how well we did. Let's see. Prologue 1 took us 6 turns, 20 minutes. Prologue 2, 6 turns, 16 minutes. Prologue 3, 13 turns, 21 minutes. Prologue 4, 13 turns, 30 minutes. Chapter 1, Marth and Bart's. 12 turns, 24 minutes. Chapter 2, 7 turns, 25 minutes. Chapter 3, 15 turns, 24 minutes. Chapter 4, 28 turns, 52 minutes. Chapter 5, 14 turns, 29 minutes. Chapter 6, 25 turns, 41 minutes. Chapter 7, 32 turns, 57 minutes. Wow, that was a long one. Chapter 8, 33 turns, 55 minutes, another long one. Chapter 9, 20 turns, 40 minutes. Chapter 10, 33 turns, 47 minutes. Chapter 11, 26 turns, over an hour. Chapter 12, 27 turns, 57 minutes. Chapter 13, 16 turns, 44 minutes. Chapter 14, 31 turns, 56 minutes. Chapter 15, 25 turns, 53 minutes. Chapter 16, 32 turns, 58 minutes. Chapter 17, 38 turns, 34 turns, 38 minutes. Chapter 18, 29 turns, 51 minutes. Chapter 19, 23 turns, 34 minutes. Chapter 20, 17 turns, 46 minutes. Chapter 21, 18 turns, 36 minutes. Chapter 22, 19 turns, 1 hour. Chapter 23, 19 turns, 44 minutes. Chapter 24, 58 turns, an hour and 10 minutes. And the Endgame, 8 turns, 28 minutes. Because we only had to rush that. We weren't really worrying about leveling up in the Endgame. And now we get a little background story on what happened to all of our people. So Marth returns to war-torn Altea and devoted all his energy to restoring the kingdom to its former glory. He was later crowned king. Duh. See, Kaida visited her father and Tylus before returning to Altea with Marth. The whispers of love warmed the castle's halls. Hi, Jaden. After the war, Jaden laid down his lance and became one of Princess closest advisors. He didn't really get much action there. Ah, Kane, how you doing, buddy? He got fucked up. Valiantly lured the enemies away to ensure Marth's escape from Altea. Sadly, no one ever heard from him again. Abel, he only got one battle. Shame. Abel left the army and opened up a small shop. He was to be married, but in the end, his fellow knights were his most steadfast companions. Gerard! Nice. I wonder what the W stands for. Gerard was put in charge of an outland garrison. The people soon came to love their stalwart something or other. We haven't seen Frey yet. Gordon squired himself to an Arcanian knight to further his mastery in the bow. Later he returned to Altea for something. Reese. Pedophile. Reese built a monastery and spent his remaining years caring for children who had lost their parents in the war. Loyal Odma. Odma returned to Tylus to serve his people. Perhaps love was not his launch suit. History contains no record of him marrying. Because he had love for Kaida, I believe. Bars briefly enlisted in the Alcanian army, but later deserted to become a pirate by some accounts. That makes no sense. Board returned to his peaceful life as a woodcutter. In time, he became renowned for his craftsmanship. Because he didn't really battle, he starts at fighting. What about Cord? Cord returned to his peaceful life as a woodcutter, blah blah blah. So I guess he did the same exact thing as his brother Board. Castor. Hi, Castor. Castor hurried home to his aging mother, medicine in hand. They lived a modest life. Something on my screen right there. It's gone now. Darius. Probably tried to use him. It was back to the sea for Darius. By all accounts, carefree, he departs Arcania's shores for the last time. Hi, Jules. Julian gave up thievery for good and found an honest job in Macedon. Prostitution? There's that old girl. Lena cared for orphans at a covenant in Macedon and doled out love equal shares to all she met. She is pretty badass. Navarra is badass. Navarra vanished after the great struggle, but for years imposters appeared, hoping to profit from his reputation the world round. Makes sense. Hi, Merrick. After helping Marsh stamp out the fires of war, Merrick returned to Nidane where he continued his magical studies. Soon he'll be the new Narfel. Matthias, don't know who he was, left the army in favor of a dull and predictable life in Macedon. To him, bliss. Hardin. Nina offered Hardin her hand in marriage, and so he was crowned the 24th king of House Arcania. So I guess Hardin and Nina were the loved ones, but we don't ever see them talk at all. Wolf remained a knight of Arliss. He helped rebuild and later captain an elite force known as Wolf Guard. Cedric remained a knight of Arliss. He helped rebuild and later became vice captain and pillar of the Wolf Guard. Hi, Roche. Is that a girl? Roshi left the army, but later returned and became an Arliss paladin. Records show he resided in Altea for a long time. Falan remained a knight of Arliss and helped rebuild. Always he put the friends with whom he had grown to manhood first. What happened to Frey? Like, we didn't hear anything about him. Wendell became the senior mage in Nidane and embarked on a journey that took him from land to land in pursuit of truth. Richter, is that a girl? Richter returned home to live in peace, or so he claimed, even as the area experienced a surge in break-ins and pursuing snatches. Hi, Bantu, you actually got to see some action. Bantu sealed Dragonstone's power and disappeared, but his wish was to live on his years in duller countryside. Kaiser. History lost track of Kaiser after the war because we never even got to see him to begin with. Perhaps he found work as bodyguard. Perhaps he was countryman made him a general or something. Rad fell in love during the war and gave up his sword to win the woman's heart. Whether he succeeded, we shall never know. Wonder who the woman was. Roger found his way back to Gruss in the end and reached out to many people whom the war had touched. They have like a lot of people. George worked diligently to rebuild Arcania. Later, he was chosen from the palace's knights to become archer captain. Maria. After studying Nidane for a spell, Princess Maria returned to Macedon, serve her people as a cleric. Minerva put all of her effort into restoring Macedon to glory. All wished for her to be queen, all except Minerva herself. Linda entered Princess Nina's protection and became a lady of the court. I forgot who Linda. Oh yeah, I remember who she was. Jake helped rebuild a town destroyed during the war. He and his lover Anna always dreamed of traveling to far-off continents. Remember him. Medea honored her princess's request to remain with the Arcanian Knights, and later became their captain. Dolph had a short career as general before leaving the army. Some said the move was a tacit rejection of the king-to-be. Macelon left the Arcanian army without a word of explanation. He settled near the border and formed a band of watchmen. Probably left because he was useless. Tomas. No one knows what became of Tomas after the war, but some suggest he returned home to live in peace. He was useless too. Boa resumed his duties as Arcania's royal bishop, guiding the kingdom while his people got back on their feet. Beck became famous for subjugating a group of borderland rebels who, having never seen a ballista, panicked and promptly surrendered. Astron was made captain of Arcania's Free Company. He was given the sword Macarius, and with it carved quite a name for himself. He doesn't deserve that. Paolo, the war left this once self-assured knight's heart in knots, but still, Paolo worked diligently to rebuild Macedon. Then her sister Tritria returned to Macedon to rebuild. Love for a certain man flared in her heart, then flickered when it went unrequited. Aaron. At Jadian's request, Aaron became captain of Altea's Knights. His efforts helped many a town rise from the ashes after the war. Zane. Where we at, Zane? After the war, Zane left without a word. It was not until later that Marth learned his true identity. I wonder what his true identity was. S fell in love with an Altanian knight and found more happiness in a woman's life than a warrior's. What was his identity? Tiki lived a peaceful life with Bantu. She spoke fondly of her adventures with Marth, even long after they had ended. Lorange, eye patch. Lorange put Gruss as prince upon the throne and became his regent, but he and Arcania did not always see eye to eye. Oh well. Elise, man-woman, returned to Altea with Marth. Ever serene, she stood by her brother and watched him grow into a fine leader. Doto! At Nines' request, Doto became Archmage of Arcania. The world never knew a better teacher. There's Frey. Frey stayed in Altea to help rebuild his ravaged kingdom. Why's he last? So that was Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon for the Nintendo DS. From right here, this is actually a remake of the first Fire Emblem game. I thought it was a good game. If it is based off of the first game, then hey, can't really say too many bad things about it. It was the first game. You like saying bad things about the first Dragon Warrior game, or the first Final Fantasy game, or the first Mario game. Sure, they have flaws, but they did build a good franchise. All in all, great game. Probably give it a 9, maybe higher. Definitely has replay value. Third time playing it, I like it. It's good game to play while you're away while you have your DS. Don't have to worry about being stuck to a console or your computer. And that's it. So join me next time when I do another Let's Play series. Maybe I'll actually do Final Fantasy V. So until next time, subscribe, like the videos, do whatever, talk to me, throw out suggestions, send me a message. Maybe we could do a co-op or a battle off or something. But enough's enough. I'm gonna see you all and have a good day.